This car game has better graphics than many AAA games and has a small price of just $10. This is Overdrift Festival, a car game that focuses on drifting with two huge maps, one focused in America and another in Japan. Gain money by completing challenges or just drifting around the map gaining score. This video is completely inspired by Smokey Wolf's video, so go check his out. He even gave me a key for one of the DLC packs. Huge thanks to Smokey Wolf for the kindness. Let's jump on into Overdrift's American map. Boys, we are on the American map for the game Overdrift Festival. For now, anybody who has not played this game, this is a drifting game which you kind of just drift around the map and do whatever you want. There are a few objectives here and there that you can do if you like. This game mainly focuses on just casual drifting from what I can see. There are also really cool little parts of the map that have these traffic light systems where you and someone else can take on like a tandem course, which is a super awesome feature to have when you play online as well. There is also a decent amount of customization for this game. You have performance options, you have your typical customization in terms of exhausts and things. You also have a whole bunch of different cars. Now, I'm gonna say to you, there are a lot of cars on the DLC packs that you will need to buy, so you don't actually have too many without the DLC. That is the only kind of downside to this game, that you have to buy DLC packs in order to get more cars. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad thing, like CarX does that. However, CarX also offers a season pass, which allows you to purchase that and you get all the cars that are released throughout the season, where this game just makes you individually purchase each pack, which can get relatively expensive if you add them up. However, the game itself isn't actually that expensive. It's about $10 and it's on sale right now, so it's probably about $5, I believe. They're using a January sale, which is roughly around 50% off, maybe 40, but yeah, it's not very expensive at this point in time, so it's a cheap one to pick up. The map is actually very big on this game, and you can actually drift all the way around this, or you can teleport. Just like Forza Horizon, I have teleported over to the amusement park. Now, this is pretty cool because we do actually have moving rides, which I thought wasn't going to be a thing. I thought they would all just be stationary, but there are actually a lot of rides here that are moving around. Granted, there is kind of a big wide open space, and this could definitely use more things here, but it's kind of just like a carnival. Realistically, it's probably more like a moving amusement park. There isn't too many rides here. It's actually a very wide open space for what there is here, but it is a very cool place. It is a very good looking place nonetheless. The rides themselves moving actually gives, a bit more realism to the world as well, making it feel like people are actually living here and things are getting done. There are also people, as you can see, standing there that actually look really good as well. For this game only being $10, I'm very impressed graphically. However, we all know that graphics doesn't make a game. You do need your kind of core functions and your core gameplay to work perfectly in order for your game to actually be good. Now, the drifting on this game actually handles super well. I am playing with a controller today. It feels fairly realistic as well. Not quite to that Assetto Corsa standard, but it feels a bit more real than CarX. CarX is a bit more arcadey, whereas this still has that arcade side to it, but it does feel super good. Now, we got a little jump there. Now, the only downside to this game is that there isn't as much customization. For example, you don't actually get any body kits. You can change your livery and share your livery with other players. You can change exhaust pipes and your rims, but you can't change substantial things like big spoilers or anything like that as far as I'm aware. You might be able to change a spoiler, but you definitely can't change body kits. There are a decent amount of customization options anyway. You have window tints, your neons, you've got exhaust tips, rims. It doesn't quite compare anywhere near CarX customization, but it's still pretty good. As of right now, I have no idea about the modding capabilities for this game. I don't know if you can mod it or if you can do anything with it. However, I am playing the game with zero mods. All I've done is turn the HUD off, and this game looks absolutely incredible. And you even have objects in the world that you can smash into and kind of destroy, which is a nice little touch as well. And you have these clipping zones. Let's head on from the American map to the Japan map. As you can see, the Japan map isn't quite as big as the American map. There's nowhere near as many locations, but it does have some pretty cool cities that you can see. Nighttime in this game looks super good. I'm in a BMW now, in an E36, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure if it is. It does look like it, although they don't use the proper car names like most games due to copyright issues. But yeah, nighttime on this game, it looks absolutely incredible, especially when you add a little bit of rain as well, so you get the nice little rain effects and the small puddles on the ground, really bringing it to life. When I say bringing it to life, I mean bringing the world to life. If this game had full AI traffic, it would be absolutely incredible. Now, I do believe that there are AI cars in this world, but I don't actually see many of them. I'm not 100% sure if there's an option for them or not, but I do believe I have seen AI cars, so I'm not really sure why I'm not seeing them them right now. Maybe I'm actually wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I have seen a few AI cars driving around. There's really not many though. There's only like one every so often. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how good this car looks graphically, and the model of the car itself looks absolutely incredible, and we even have a bunch of fans over here looking at our car too. For anybody wondering, this is a multiplayer game, so all the servers are actually online, so you can't really play an offline solo session. However, you can still play a solo session. It is online. You just have to create a room for yourself with one player slot so you can join and no one else can. However, if you don't have access to the internet, I believe you can't actually play this game because I believe it's just all completely online. I've jumped on over to the daytime now, and I've changed car to this car, which I believe is a Toyota Chaser. Now, I could be wrong. It might be like a Cresta. I mean, they're very similar cars anyway. They're practically the same. They're just like an older model from what I fully understand, but this thing looks really good and it actually handles nice. You probably realized I've enabled the HUD as well, so now we can see what gear we're in and stuff, and all the points that we're earning. Now, when you cash out with your points, you can get big scores, and then you cash them out at the cash zone to get some money to buy stuff, or you can take part in some of the objectives that are kind of parted around the map. However, I do just enjoy drifting around, and then even if you don't want to take part in the objectives, just drifting around will get you money to then spend on customizing your car, which I found super neat. So you can do anything you want and you earn money. We're coming in a little hot here. This is a proper full send and a backwards score we got there, but that was such a nice drift there. This car handles really nicely. Now, I don't actually have the full power kits. Oh god, that was definitely not what I wanted to do. Like I was saying, I don't have the max level power. Now, for example, there's weird things on this game. Not necessarily weird, but it's like you have turbo and you have your kind of beginner turbo, pro turbo, and so on and so on. It's not like you just buy bigger turbos. There's like levels. I believe it's similar to like a Need for Speed vibe, where you have your kind of pro upgrade and then you have your like Need for Speed Heat. I would say it's more like, yeah, I would say it's definitely more like Need for Speed Heat with the customization. However, you don't have to unlock them. All you can do is buy them just with money. You don't have to do any specific objectives. You can just buy your upgrades, but I've only got the first one, I believe. I haven't actually played this game too much, but I saw the video that Smokey Wolf did and I had to give this game a try. For $10, this game was an absolute bargain to pick up, especially if you pick it up on sale. It goes super cheap now. You can get a really good deal, and there's a fair few players on it. I don't think it's quite as popular as games like Car X, but it is still a pretty popular game, and overall a really good graphically looking game. I did actually see this game originally when it first came out. However, I wasn't quite ready to pick it up yet, but after seeing the Smokey Wolf video, and that was a update that they actually released, where they released a graphics update which wasn't too long ago, I decided it was time for me to pick up this game and really see what the hype was about, and I'm impressed. For anybody wondering, you drive into these cash out zones and that is how you cash out your money. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.